Good day, McVeigh, and happy Thursday. Good morning, boys and girls. Please stand to honor our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Boys and girls, you may be seated. Okay, let's get to our birthdays for today. Happy birthday today to Sandy Rampartap. And today, boys and girls, today is the 10th of December. Today is a special celebration for some of our boys and girls and also for some of our faculty and staff. So we've been talking about how important our differences are, how beautiful our differences are. In fact, that's what our Mighty Kind message yesterday was. You were born to stand out. And each one of you has picked the color in our crayons that looks the most like you. Now, the colors aren't perfect because we all have a different color. So if I was going to pick these colors, I might choose a combination of colors, but that's all we have from Crayola. So you can make it as close to your skin color as possible. But something else that we also have that is different is our religion. So our religion is what we believe. And having different beliefs is great. Again, because difference is beautiful. And we were born to stand out. So we're going to be learning about each other's religions and respecting that in other people. So if you know more, you can respect more. So that's what we're going to be doing. So tonight, some of our boys and girls who are Jewish will be celebrating a holiday called Hanukkah. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Hanukkah so you learn. And when it's your holiday, I'll be talking about your holiday too. So tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. Now, if you didn't know that, now you do. And this is a menorah. I don't know if you could see this because of my shirt. But anyhow, and each night of Hanukkah, if you were Jewish, there would be candles. The sucker lent me this. And you light a candle. Well, why? So, Hanukkah is called the Festival of Lights. Now, if you celebrated Diwali, you also celebrated the Festival of Lights. And when we get around to Diwali, we're going to talk about that too. So, the Festival of Lights happens for a reason. Why? Because Jewish people remember a time where a small army, it was like a miracle, defeated a large army. That's super hard to do. But not only that, they only had a little bit of oil to keep their lantern lit. So the second miracle of that victory of the small army over the large army was that the oil lasted for 8 nights. And so how many candles do you think get lit? If you said 8, you're right. And so each night, another candle is lit. And during Hanukkah, the children spin something called a dreidel. Sort of looks like a top. And the dreidel, if they win, they get some cool chocolate coins called gelt. They, just like in all religions, holidays usually have traditions like the dreidel or like the candles, and they have special foods. And for Hanukkah, the special foods are something called latkes, which is like potato can cakes. They taste very good, by the way, and special donuts. So for all of the boys and girls who are celebrating Hanukkah, and to all the faculty and staff that are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. And we have the main office, if you would like to get a Hanukkah coloring sheet We have several that you can choose from, and we will provide them for you. Here's a happy dreidel. This is what the dreidel kind of looks like. Super cool. This is a fun Hanukkah coloring sheet. And one more. Happy Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah to all of our boys and girls, faculty and staff who celebrate it. Now, we have to keep getting smarter at other things too. So when it comes time for Christmas, we'll talk about that and Kwanzaa. But today's Get Smart project is going to come from Rachel Andrioli in our first grade. Now, we spent a lot of time talking about being kind to the earth and how do we be kind to the earth. Well, what do? We recycle. So we take our paper, we put it in that bin. What happens? Then we see something that says made from recycled paper. Well, how do you make paper? So paper can be made from initially trees, but when you make paper from paper, here's how you do it. So, and here's Rachel. She made paper. She's presenting her project to Miss Heinemann's class. Here she is, and she wrote about it. There's Rachel. Look at that. But she also gave us a PowerPoint of the steps. So she said, first, what you're going to do is tear up paper that you have into little bits. And this would happen with all that paper we put in the bins. It gets shredded into tiny little bits. They used some bags from the grocery store and some construction paper, green and red. And you'll see what happens next. So then what you do is you add some water, put it in the blender. So you have to mix it up. And you can see Rachel doing that right there. And you blend it for 20 seconds. Okay. Then you have to make a frame. So they made a frame. So that means that this is how I'm going to lay out the paper. And the frame has to be made a certain way. But if I was working in a paper manufacturing company, we would have huge frames. But they made a frame out of a hanger and stockings. Okay, so they poured the mixture into the pan. Okay, and then take a look here. They scoop the mixture onto the frame. What do you think happens next? So the mixture is wet. We put water in it. We blended it. It's wet and it's mushy. Now they put it in the frame. What do you think we have to do next? Yes, let it dry. So the paper dries for a day or two, 24 to 48 hours. And then you have paper. Looking for my last page. Anyhow, so what you saw with the picture looks like, here's her paper. Look at that. You go, Rachel. Nice work. Way to go. Getting smart. Also, our project yesterday on the price of soda as compared to water was from Xavier Chu in our third grade. Thank you, Xavier. Sorry about not mentioning your name yesterday. Okay. So our Getting Smart through art, the December prompts were holidays, lights, festival, frosty, let it snow, winter wonderland, decorations, celebrations, together, ice, Arctic creatures, things like that. Today I have a few to show you. First up, Tyler Camastro. Check out this super cool gingerbread man, and also, look, he's wearing a mask. Great job, Tyler. Love that. Here's another rendition of the gingerbread man, and it's kind of like, this is from Honey Jaxie. It's kind of like the story, Catch Me If You Can, You Can't Catch Me, on the gingerbread man. So there's lots of dialogue in that. Good work, Hottie. This one looks like just a celebration of gifts, which could be any holiday, because in Hanukkah there are gifts each night. Christmas there's gifts, Kwanzaa. It could also be somebody's birthday during the holiday season. Nice work, Maddie. That was Maddie Tellerman. And here's Howie. Love the fireplace, Howie. Good work. And more to follow tomorrow. All right, so last but not least, boys and girls, we have our mighty kind moment of the day. We'll get our drum roll. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we're going to go to our bouquet. Look at that. You made a difference today. Yes, boys and girls, you make a difference every day. The question is, what kind of difference will you make? Will it be a good difference or a not so good difference? And how often will you make a difference? So you can walk in the room, make a difference just by smiling and making other people feel good. Or you can walk in the room and make a difference by making other people worry. What kind of difference will you make? I'm thinking about somebody who made a difference for all of McVeigh just, when was it? Tuesday. So Mr. Sonneson, if you know who I'm talking about, spent his day cleaning out the gym so eventually we can use it again. Woohoo! That was something that you wouldn't have known about unless I told you, and makes a difference for lots of people. But then there's other people that make a difference on a small scale, just for one person. So for example, you make a card for someone. You send a smiley face to someone. So what am I thinking about? For example, Stephen Gonzalez. Remember he gave me this? That made a huge difference for me. And what did I do? I passed that on to you. So even if you make a small difference for one person, it can spread out to other people. Or you can do something big. But you can make a difference every day in a good way. So when you're feeling a little schlumpy, try pushing your shoulders back, standing up tall. It will automatically make you feel better, and it will make everybody feel better. That too can make a difference. So we're going to try these kinds of things to make a difference in a good way, even when it's hard. Why? Because we're mighty minds. Not only that, we're mighty kind mighty minds. And every day, boys and girls, it's a great day to get smart and be kind to both each other and the earth. Let's have a wonderful day.